Hello guys, I'm here for another brief sound impression on TangZu Shimin Li, and also I'll be comparing this with some of the sets I have that are kind of in the same ballpark in terms of price and performance. So yeah, let's start. Shimin Li is the tuning on this is mid-centric with emphasis on vocals. What this does is like it kind of reminds me of how etymologic sounds. They have very good vocal presence and then slowly goes down from presence region and doesn't really color the treble that much. However, this has a lot of bass. I mean, not for bass head level, but for neutral, they're north of neutral per se. So the bass is, for me, it's just there, not really supporting the overall signature, but you feel them. I don't have much to say about the bass, but yeah, it's there. It's not bad, but nothing good to say either. For the mids, yes, it's not really warm, but just a touch organic from these sets that I have in front of me. But they can be shouty, especially in female vocals. So when they reach a pitch, you kind of like, I felt that I had to lower down the volume at times because out of the box they really are shouty for my ears. And for the treble, a lot of people can say this is dark. It's far from like the dark that I have listened to. They actually have good details, but not as forward as the most releases in the iems recently, like especially the popular ones like the Aria or those iems that are tuned Harman. So it's not like that. It rolls off pretty early, and that's probably why people feel that they lack the sparkle. Yes, they lack the sparkle, but it's not like you don't hear the cymbals. It's there. It's just that it's not that forward. So yeah, that's basically it. But now I have found the right ear tips for them. I'm using JVC spiral that's plus on them, running them on balanced. I get the right distance to reduce that shout from them. There is a mod by Acros by changing the filters here. I haven't done it yet because for now it's fine for me. Not that shouty as before. There's still shout, but I just get better sound quality with JVC and balanced on my M3X. Now onto a quick comparisons with where do I start? Okay, let's start with the EDA balanced. EDA balanced is yeah, as the name suggests, it's more balanced than this one. It has more treble presence. Bass is tighter here. Mids are cleaner, but this one is organic sounding. Sometimes it's too clean sometimes on the EDA balanced. I mean, it's just preference. This one is a tad more natural. Which one would you choose? Yeah, if you like clarity and treble details, probably EDA balanced. If you want laid back sound, good vocals, Shimin Li. BQEYZ KC2, one of my favorites. They share the same similarities wherein both are mid-centric. However, this has a compensation for treble, so it has more treble air. Bass here, I think it maybe I'll give the bass on KC2. It has more quality to it, more texture. But I feel like sometimes Shimin Li does vocals better. Not better, but it's more forward than the KC2. So if you really like vocals, maybe KC2. But they're gonna be shouty. If you think that you're sensitive to shout and you want treble details, probably KC2. This one is a very good set. I mean, it was released 2019, and still I do comparisons with KC2 until now with other iems. Moondrop CHU, yeah, they're both neutral, but in a different path. This one is warm, this one is bright. It has enough bass because there's a sub bass boost, but the mids here are cleaner. Here it's warmer, if that makes sense. Treble here is way extended than normal, so you get more splashes. If you like that, go for CHU. This one is more laid back and maybe uncolored, but this one here has, you know, changeable cables. This one has, it's just, you know, non-removable cables. This one is cheaper though. You can't go wrong with both. If you're really in a budget, go for CHU. If you want like a good deal with the package itself, Shimin Li. And yes, the heart mirror. Yeah, heart mirror has been praised for its technical performance. It has a relatively bright tuning with very good bass quality, I think, because bass is just flat on these, but with very good presence. The harmonics on heart mirror are more present than the Shimin Li because this has more treble air. But the technicalities of the heart mirror easily beats Shimin Li, but I can see how people would choose Shimin Li over the heart mirror, mainly because there are also people who are treble sensitive. So yeah, you can choose Shimin Li for that. Both do vocals well, but in a different way. This one is cleaner. This one is definitely more forward, but this one for the heart mirror, they're not that forward, but the harmonics tend to be aggressive at times and the vocals may sound dry at times depending on your source. So yeah, I think that would be my comparison video for Shimin Li. All in all, I'm happy with this set. I'm not really having negative experiences with them, except for the shout, really, because maybe I have found the right tips for these, the right distance to maybe move that 2K peak to maybe 2.5 or 3K. Got a perfect pairing with JVC spiral dots. Might not be for you, so yeah, I'd say if you really want mid-centric neutral safe tuning, Shimin Li can be shouty. It's a tough one. You can either go EDA balance, it's cheaper, but really mid-centric, I'd go for KC2 maybe. EDA balance is also good, but the technicalities on KC2 is much better because it's a hybrid. It has a BA. This one's a DD, all DD. KC2 is a hybrid. I think 2 DD plus 2 BA. So yeah, that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for being here in my channel. I hope that I helped you decide which one to choose. And yeah, I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.